Welcome back to the episode of Cool Story Bro. Today I have Sofia Haron.
Hi.
That's the essay, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So for those who don't know who she is, she's an artist. So what sort of artist would you call yourself?
Okay, my major is fine artist. So I'm a visual artist. So I do anything that involves with emotions and expression.
Right.
So I can do sculpture, I can do painting. But for now, I'm working a lot with painting, oil paints. And I also do projects, like upcoming projects coming up. It's a collaboration with performing artists.
Or like singers and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like, for now, because this project, hopefully, it will launch in the 10th of October.
Right.
So it's called Anak Alam.
Anak Alam.
Yes. So these are the projects I'm currently working on, collaborating with Faris Nasir. He's a bubblologist. And Tespang, performer.
Tespa.
Yeah, performing artist.
Okay.
And I'm a painter. So I'm doing like collaborating projects with other artists, and that's all for now.
So it's like you build a set for them, is it? Using
This one is I'm organizing an event.
okay.
Yeah, but it's not fully. But the promo is not launched yet because they're still shooting the promo.
Right.
And then it's an event where it's about art awareness. It's art consciousness awareness. So planning to give art and its meaning, like telling its meaning. How to say? It's this expression of art consciousness awareness,
So you just really explain to people how you express art, is it?
yeah,
Something like
express art, like doing workshop and doing performance. It's something different. It's
so you're
not
basically
like
trying
normal
to raise awareness on what art is for people as well.
Yes,
Right.
why is it meaningful?
Right. So how she came out here is because I asked Mark if he knows any female friends who are like pretty interesting. So he suggested Sofia Haron, and then I found out because when they shot you for Masses, I
Yeah.
wasn't here yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I came like maybe a few months after.
Yeah.
So then when they told me, we shot you before, I was like, what? I didn't remember lah. So I saw the video. I was like, oh right, it's a bunch of guys before this. They shot you. So and I don't really know about you besides from that video lah. So maybe how? Okay, so I think the one thing that I always like to ask artists is, do you guys have a full-time job?
Yes, full-time job meanings not a 9 to 5 kind
Like
of
maybe
job.
like you have to pick up another job to support your art career.
Oh, like that. Yes, of course. Doing art full-time and doing other jobs as part-time and can be full-time,
Right.
depending on projects, depending on your work. Because like being an artist is all about, for me, like what I do is I'm more into it has to have a meaning for
Right.
my exhibition. So if I do an exhibition, I have to have a purpose
Right.
for doing it and a message that I want to bring up. So whatever projects is sometimes the artist that is the one who make the work, make the job, and then we call out for funding, other people who might interested to help us, and we can collaborate together. Yeah. So for now, that's what I do.
Right. So now, do you have a full-time job now? No.
Full-time job, like a work job, no.
Right? No. So now you're just focusing on your art.
Focus 100% on my art.
Right. So how's that been going so far? And especially with MCO now, you can't really do much. I mean, there's still events for like art exhibitions. I saw like some in Zhongshan Building and stuff like that.
For me, I think during MCO, before I used to work at a e-commerce company. I just recently quit that job last month. And for now, I take a lot of like commission job, like drawing storybooks and make a game card, like a lot of illustration designs. It's how I pay my rent so far, like accepting all these illustration jobs.
Is it tough though?
For me, I love doing it because I've been practicing illustrations before I did my fine art degree, diploma. Yeah.
So what is a fine art degree? Like what do you learn from fine arts?
Fine arts, I learn. Okay, it's in diploma. I learn practicing painting, practicing my skills on sculpture, ceramics, calligraphy, and printmaking, doing t-shirts. It's a lot of things.
So what if you're like not artsy though? Can you still go for the course if you're not like
basically you can, because diploma they just train you.
Or they introduce you to the whole world of art.
Yeah, they introduce you to fine art and they train you and until you graduate. But for degree, it's more like discussion, presentation, thesis, and knowing the depth of what you're doing, the process. And like for me, I realized that the process is everything. The process is fine art.
Right.
Yeah.
Like meaning the process, meaning from
the process of making art. The process when
making the paint,
when
everything
the painting
from start to
is
end.
done. Behind the painting is the process, and that is the value.
So each layer of paint that you apply, that's the entire process.
I mean, the longer the process, then the work must be really great.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the value of an art,
value
is super subjective, correct?
Correct.
So, for example, that I think during MCO somebody did that whole banana with the cello duct tape on the wall.
That
so
one
what do you think of art like those? Do you consider that art, or is like just a gimmick?
I think that is art. Mm-hmm. It's not a gimmick. It's because it makes people question.
Right.
So anything that makes people question is art. I mean, that's a great art if you can give question to people and they can ask more question to others, and then there's no definite answer.
That's a very good answer. Actually, I haven't heard this answer yet, but that's a good point, because I actually went to.
I mean, that is a success artwork
because it actually makes you ask questions, right? So that's fair. So I went to this like art exhibition maybe a few weeks ago in Chongsam Building. So then I saw this painting. It's really like a 12-year-old can draw it, lah. A 12-year-old can paint it himself also. Yeah. It's a very kiddish drawing, right? So when I walked past it, I looked at it and I looked at my friend. I was like, I mean, is this really considered art? Because I can do it. So the first thing, because she's an artist, so she said to me like, but why didn't you? So I was like, okay, that's a very good question. So in a sense, does it matter that your art has to be beautiful in order to be hung up, or it can be just like scribble or paint and you can still hang up? Is it something like that?
Does it make sense?
Like, does it make does art have to be at a certain level of beauty in order to be shown?
It depends on the person character. I feel like fine art is what I do. What I noticed that other artists did is more of like painting, portraying their own feelings, their self-portrait. So even you're a sculptor, even you're a musician, it's all about you. At the end, the thing is all about you. So I think that's very subjective. Like what kind of medium you're using, what kind of style and technique is all depending on the artist itself. But what makes a great artist is different. It's the consistency, it's the persistence, and it's all the process behind those work that makes they are the great artists. I mean, they're good artists lah, because there's a lot of great artists in the world. I mean, those artists I respect lah, especially my favorite artists. I'm like right now I'm obsessed with Ansem Kiefer. Like you can check out on YouTube. Like I look at all the process that he did behind. I mean, like it makes me realize that making an artwork is not easy. You have to know yourself. You need to experience something. Right. And it's not easy. It's about discovering yourself. So, I mean, that's why a lot of artists are crazy. Crazy people. And I always ask myself, why am I here? Why do I do this? But every time when I look at my piece, when it's done, it's the best satisfaction ever. So I think, okay, so to wait until the work is done, I mean, like to appreciate the process for the time being. I think you should check out like Ansem Kiefer.
Definitely, man. 100%.
He's really
I'm trying to understand
crazy.
it better now. So I'm trying to like learn to understand or appreciate art
and
better.
Then if you notice, like not just him, like looking at other artists, everyone has their own
style,
has their own life story to tell. And it's interesting to know every artist's individual life story. So it's all about that. I think for me, I find it is self-portrait. So in your kind of art, right? So I saw your website and all. You draw a lot of women. Right. So is there any reason why you? I mean, I guess you did say like something you believe that women are all strong and whatnot. Oh, that was during my solo show last year.
Also, there was a solo show last year.
Solo show. But for now, my recent work, I do a lot of men and women and
portraits
a lot of love. So, okay, my art is is about emotions.
Right.
It's portraying emotions, feelings, what I'm currently feeling at the moment. So, I mean, this painting, Eve is about discovering myself.
Yep.
Because it's my first solo, and the whatever I feel. Because mostly when I paint, I always have this. I think the best painting is when I'm feeling down, like nervous. Because like painting for me is therapy. So Eve is a lot of emotional heartbreak journey.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's like some issues, but I express it through my art, and it's not really about girl or female, woman, but I try to portray how to make people feel when they look at it. Because in a way, when they see, because looking at the titles and everything, because I play around with numbers and symbols, and it's nothing about like, oh, I'm a woman empowerment. It's not about that. It's more about to understand like the feeling behind all those colors and depth. Why those paintings are? It's just a painting. It's nothing more. It's nothing to.
But behind the painting, there's a story to tell.
There's a story. So what makes it? What I'm so satisfied about my Eve is the process.
Right.
So, because at the end, everyone has their own interpretation when they look.
Yep. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I always get like is it about women empowerment? But it's actually more about spiritual, and it's about embracing God. And I always wonder, because why is it, does God has to be masculine? Can it be?
That's a good point.
Can it be feminine? Can it be why am I born this way? Why is it like men has to be more super powerful? Why can't women be powerful? So I'm trying to paint that woman is great, woman is power, like Venus is a symbol of a divine feminine. So it's all about like appreciating woman, being a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
So being an artist in Malaysia, right, is definitely like one of the toughest thing ever. Do you think so?
Yes.
Right. So
course.
How did you come from? But maybe let's talk about how do you start painting first? How do you pick up painting?
So, and the first painting I did was watercolor, and I automatically fell
That was during
in
your
love.
diploma, lah.
Yeah,
Damn.
and that's the first time I touched watercolor, and because for me, I already know how to draw. Because I draw based on my imagination.
Oh, so even when you do it on like Illustrator,
and then if I draw people, it's so quick for me to capture the proportion because I've been practicing a lot.
Practice is the key.
Yeah, I've been practicing with Photoshop.
Okay, so you just digital, drawing on the
using
tablet
Wacom tablet
right,
at that time, and I tried Photoshop when I was 10.
10 years old?
10 years. It was like the first.
Wait, how old are you now?
Now I'm 29.
We're the same age, right? Was it with Photoshop? Oh, damn, man. 10
that
years old.
time was like the earliest,
really
Intel.
Damn.
So, my first teacher, my first muse is my sister.
Nice.
Yeah, so she is, I think, at that time, I didn't know any artist. I just love her. I idolize her. And she's the one who teach me how to draw human, everything. That our reference was video game, our reference was a lot of Final Fantasy.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah, and Slam Dunk, all those anime characters. So that was, I did start with that and draw, and I create my own characters. And then when I studied, it was so easy to catch when they put like a table. Okay, this thing is basic, because my sister used to teach me harder things to draw, like dragons and stuff. So it's like, okay, but then suddenly I'm practice more on the manual stuff. It's becoming more fun. So I applied the digital knowledge that I had onto paper. And then after that, slowly learned oil paint. So I applied that on oil painting. And then I get this question from my friends, from my class friends, my school friends. They said like, why your color is so vibrant and different? Because I don't know how, because usually they teach you how to play like shadow and dark, because I'm used to draw using like pink base color first, and then after that it's just already by my nature.
Right. It's your style.
It's my style. I cannot get away. I cannot start with just black painting and make the rest, because I'm used to digitally, like in Photoshop, I used to like start with like soft color. So that's how I did to my painting, and it is kind of get like a different I don't know how to say. It's a tinge, tinge of color. So I experiment a lot with tinge, the layers. So, and after that I got addicted. So while studying, participating in exhibitions.
Yeah, because I think I saw your event portfolio, right? It's pretty heavy. It's like 2010 you started, like when you're in uni basically you already have your own shows.
Yeah,
already, right?
11 years.
Yeah, man. How was it when you're doing a diploma? How did did your lecturers tell you that, you know what, you're good at this? Keep doing it.
I was a naughty student.
But you do your homework lah, just that you don't go class.
I think I'm in that, what do you call it? My friends say I'm like Luna Lovegood.
Okay.
Like
right.
I'm in my own world.
Right.
Because I don't know, like maybe at that time I love video games. Like those are like my world.
Anime.
Yeah. So I think dealing with like a real human and real,
it's awkward lah.
It's kind of awkward, but I'm comfortable being in my own world lah. It's just, what was the question again?
No, basically, like, you know, how did anybody tell you, like, you know, that you were good at what you do? Like did your lecturer tell you that you're good at what you do?
So a naughty student back then. I didn't like to go to class lah because of that. I feel awkward. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's just me. I'm just overthinking.
Yeah, generally it's the case, you know. Anxiety is like that.
Yeah, but I used to have a lot of anxiety because it happens to me one time when they said it's not me who painted it, it's someone else. And then my lecturer asked me, is that she thought like maybe I hire someone else to paint it for me. Right. But it was my first oil paint. And then
it looked too good for them.
I don't know. And then I was confused because at that time I did like do a commercial. I was kind of busy. I'm working and studying and doing paintings. So, and that time was like having that anxiety attack. Like I think, they don't believe I did this.
That's bad.
Yeah, because I didn't come to class. It was my fault. I didn't come to class because I was working outside. And then, so that's not really... she's not to blame lah, not to blame the lecturer, I think. And then I need to be in class lah, be in front of them. But there's a problem about me. I love to be alone. But I'm dealing with that lah. So slowly, then they see my potential. My lecturer lah, and then this one lecturer, my favorite, Encik Din. Okay, if he hear this, I hope. I hope he hear this. I mean, he's like my favorite lecturer during diploma. So he's the one like make me really wanna pursue painting, because I didn't don my watercolor at that time because of the anxiety attack. Because I don't know, I'm like, because of anxiety makes me stop, like make me stop. Like I don't want to finish it. But Encik Din wants to buy this piece that I finished halfway, and he said, draw up to this, just write on my wall, on my office wall. One day, Sofia Haron, I'm gonna be a great artist. And then my signature. He said, one day one day when you make it in 10 years time, I want to see this. I want to see this happens.
Right.
That's what he told me. And then after that, after I graduated, like after 5-6 years after that, I went to UiTM, but they didn't allow me to get in. But I really want to go and see him. Yep. That's like.
Did you see him in then?
I know he's mysterious, mysterious guy.
What a shame. But yeah, man, if anyone knows, Encik Din from UiTM
Melaka. Macang.
Yeah, man, slide into a DM. But yeah, that's actually really, really nice to know that there are lecturers like that, you know. Because I feel like even when I was studying, my lecturers weren't helpful at all. Personally lah.
Yeah.
Maybe to someone else they're helpful lah, but it's good to have people push you and know your potential, right? So would you think that, you know, if you didn't take up, was this something you always wanted to do, like since when you're young? Like, did you know that you want to grow up to be like an artist or some sort of painter?
Before I used to say this to myself, I grew up, I want to become an animator.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I want to have my own comic books, like have my own cartoon or wherever. But then I didn't realize, I didn't expect that
you weren't sure what you
I'll
could do
become
then, right?
this person right now here today.
Would you regret anything about it?
No,
not at all. So if you can go back in time, you will still choose to be a painter?
Because right now I'm still drawing characters.
Oh, you're still doing that as well?
I'm still doing that as
it's okay, it's a win, man.
As a backup money.
Yeah. Why not? But that's good. So, okay, I'm pretty sure you have done a lot of work for people, right? So which one of these jobs are like your favorite? Or like maybe like the best, maybe the biggest job you've done, something that you didn't think that you would be able to do?
I love doing music video.
Like what do you do in a music video?
I think the best one I did was I'm satisfied with Air Liftz.
Oh, okay, yep.
The seagull, Southeast Asian. I like that one because it's the first time working with a team that respect you, that respect your work and they respect my time, and I feel like I want to give them the best.
Yep.
But although I know I can do better with the result, but they just trust you, you just trust me, so I like working with them. Those team are good.
So what did you do for them?
I did a set production design.
Oh shit! So you designed a set for them?
Yeah, for the music video.
What was that like?
For the feel, I love it because of that, like the respect that I got from them. It's hardly for artists to get respect, but for them, like especially Gene Hackman.
Oh, okay, Gene, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I like dealing with people like that. It's really chill, really good listener.
They really trust the people they hire. So even when I shot for them also, like I was nobody then. Then when they asked me to shoot a behind the scene video for them, even I wasn't confident, but they put that trust in you and like just do what you do best.
Yeah.
They don't control your work, they don't tell you what to do. They were like, okay man. Like for me, I feel a lot more comfortable working like that than having to constantly, answer to people all the time, It's let you do your work, which is because creative work is like that, right? Like if you control someone who's like trying to do creative work, generally it won't come out the way you want it to, right?
Betul.
So what kind of jobs have you worked before this? Like aside from being a painter? Like marketing jobs or like really marketing jobs?
Mark told me.
I know Mark told me you worked in the e-commerce thing, but I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, like under marketing department as a social media strategist.
Right.
And before that, I was a designer. And then
in an agency?
Designer in a fashion company, designer in a
company.
Yeah, agency. No, this like Closet KL. It closed already.
Oh, okay.
And it's a lot of designing jobs for people and doing installations and also drawing storyboards for film, for commercials.
Oh, actually, that's a very good skill to have. I really wish I could storyboard.
Because there's like another easy money too.
It's pretty good money actually.
For me, like I just ask for any storyboards, anyone who wants storyboard for their movie, for their commercial. So I did it. I do help them.
Damn.
With their ideas.
I'm gonna look for you one day.
Yeah, I'm
gonna look for you. I try to learn how to draw like a simple storyboard. So I have to like usually if let's say I want to find a certain shot, I just go and Google the image. I'll try and trace it.
Yeah,
but that's the easiest. That's the most I can do. And it's super hard to draw like freehand, man. I don't know how people do it, but I'm pretty amazed by artists and painters in general. So now that especially today, like a lot of artists, they get a lot of inspiration from different people in social media, right? So did that shape how your art is today? Like did social media help you to develop the way your style is today, or
social media
like Instagram, Facebook, like basically stuff you see on the internet lah?
I like Instagram.
You like Instagram?
Facebook, I rarely open my Facebook, but I don't mind to open again. I rarely post anything on social media.
But do you go on social media to see stuff lah, right?
For now, I go on social media to see stuff for references, but I do feel like it is important. Like social media is important for artists, especially in the current time.
Because even now collaborations,
collaboration is really important. Because I mean, especially for artists who doesn't have a lot of followers, I mean, people who doesn't recognize their work, I think they should do a lot of collaborations. So I did. Like I collaborate with different kind of artists because I know, in a way, I can learn something and they can also learn something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you basically, when you started off, so you didn't know anybody then, right?
No.
So when you find all these collaborations, you go through what, via Instagram? You message them through Instagram or what? Most of the time.
Most of the time, I networking outside and events. So like talk to them like socially,
Yeah,
networking.
Is it easy for you though? Because you're like introverted, right, in a way?
It depends. Like art events, I'm okay. But like beside art events, arts and music, I can mingle and socialize. But besides that, I cannot.
That's all lah.
Yes, that's all lah.
So you've been painting for like what, 10 years or more?
10 years.
10 years, right? So at any point of this, have you ever thought to yourself, I want to quit to be an artist? Have you ever thought about that? No.
It's not quit to be an artist, but it's giving up.
Giving up.
Not giving up, quitting. I think I thought like killing myself rather than quit.
Damn.
Yeah, many times.
Because
but I know that is another something that I have to deal with.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm fighting.
This depression, is it?
It's
self-doubt.
It's a self-doubt. I think that thing is dangerous.
It is.
It is dangerous, but that's why painting saved my life.
Yep.
And it's dangerous if I don't touch the painting. So I need to hurry, pick up the brush.
But that's your way of dealing with that sort of.
So rather than I kill myself, why don't I kill myself doing painting?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a very nice way to put it in a way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is the best way. I think at least this is meaningful.
Yep.
Because, I think everyone has dealing with their own shadow.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Everyone
dealing with shit too, man.
has their weakness.
Yes.
Mine is more like, because how to be tougher and like a guy, that's my challenge. Because in my field, I think I notice I respect women who can really push hard and do big works. Because sometimes I wonder, how do you do that? Even though they ask me the same question, but these people actually motivate me to live, keep living. I mean, don't
because
die.
It's not impossible, right?
Yeah.
And nowadays there's more opportunities for women than there are back then.
Yeah.
Right? So it's actually better now than before. And honestly, power to you, first of all, women to admit, what your flaws are. I think that's one of the most important things as a human being, to be aware of, of your thoughts and stuff like that. And I'm really good for you, that you know that, and how you are able to deal with it through art.
Yeah.
So, would you say that most of your art, right, you put your emotions to it? There's always a story behind your art, is it?
Yeah.
So you don't just draw out of nothing. So every time you draw, there's a reason to drawing it, right?
Yeah, there's a reason, and it's not... I don't expect people to know, understand it. I just want people to feel it.
But do you think that artists, when they draw, do they really draw because they want you to feel exactly how they feel? Or do you think it's up to you to interpret?
It's up to them.
Right. It's most of the time like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. I'm colorblind, by the way. Yeah, so it's straight up painting is a... I enjoy painting. I enjoy painting. I enjoy looking at painting. But I'll never be able to understand the way that most people can. Unless it's a portrait of a face. If it's abstract stuff, I'll be like...
I mean, you're colorblind. You see green, and when there's green, you see yellowish. Grayish.
Yeah, straight up grayish. Yeah.
Like black and white.
Yeah, I'm red and green. I'm blind in red and green. What? So red and green is gone.
Susah lah, drive lah.
It's okay because the lights are light. I can see the light up, right? So it's always red, yellow, green. Yeah, so whenever which one lights up, you go lah.
If no lights, it will be difficult.
The worst was when they changed the lights to arrows. Even the red light is an arrow. Yeah. So that one was very confusing when it happened. I was like, oh shit, am I supposed to go? Nobody's going. Okay, maybe I shouldn't go. But yeah, it's a... I wish I can show people what I see. Yeah. But it's very hard. Because even there's a lot of colors that I can't see. So even when I try to interpret something that I might think that this is yellow, but I could also be wrong. Yeah. So I'm not really sure when it comes to colors. But I don't really let it stop me also lah. I'm still trying to... I still edit pictures, edit videos, color grade stuff. There are the ways to cheat around it lah. So I'm just trying to learn ways to, to cheat around it. It's not easy, but I really want to be able to draw and paint and stuff like that. But it's just never really... I don't know, man. I never really found that... I really like colors. Yellow is my favorite color. Just because it's one of the colors I can see. But I cannot... I always thought that, maybe I should just draw everything yellow. Maybe it look nice. But
yellow is the color.
It's a very happy color.
It's a happy color.
I love it. Actually, I love it. Because the only... imagine looking at the trees outside, right? You see grey. But then there's this sunflower there. There's yellow. You're like, oh.
Sunflower.
It makes you happy in that sense, Mm-hmm. Right. So, your skills, right? What kind of techniques do you, usually do? How do you define techniques of art? For you, oil painting, is that a technique? What is your best trait at the moment?
I think that is a medium.
Right.
Technique is more let's say you draw a portrait figure and then It's a circling thing. That is the technique, circling style.
Right.
For example, mine is the cloudy fly. I don't know how to say. Like it's my technique is more like clouds and figures together, combining colors in a cloud. Painting. How to say?
It's okay, man.
It's twirling. Cloudy.
Okay. So you just take the brush and you start
and I
drawing
twirl,
shapes, right?
And I twirl until I'm satisfied.
Okay, then you move on to another different thing again. Right.
And
okay.
My techniques, I do a lot of techniques. That is my favorite ones lah. My favorite one is the twisting cloud painting. Right. So I start with a base cloud, and then I draw figure on top. And the figure also, I make it like a twirly, like
so the human body.
Yeah.
You twirl it into a human body.
Yeah, I twirl it until it's a human body, and like twirl it in a round shape, slowly, and then add more layer and layer and layer. But before, I used to love doing using wire mesh and
like the small little
wire mesh and make it into like a floating canvas.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then I make collages. I think those are techniques like collages on canvas, patchwork.
Right.
Yeah. So it depends on the painting that I did.
Right.
Like if my mood is suddenly feel like I want to combine collage and painting together. So those are the technique. Collage and the twirly, twist, cloudy.
That's really cool though.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain.
I think that's the right way to explain. That's the right way to say it.
Because that's how I feel. I feel clouds. I mean, I feel so calm looking at clouds.
Right.
Yeah. I love looking at clouds. So my studio is the place I paint. Like next to the window is clouds.
So you can see straight out. And
see straight out. Okay, and then paint.
Where is your studio?
Art Amansara.
You renting that place lah?
Yeah, renting.
Nice. Wow, so you are. So how long have you been there? Quite long already.
5 years.
Wow. All the same time, are you still working outside?
Yeah.
Damn.
And
man.
working inside, working outside.
So, but now being able to do it full time, do you see yourself doing better art as compared to when you're working and then doing art?
Yep. I think it doesn't matter if you work, because for me, I've always worked. Because I tried working, just become a full-time painter. Maybe I'm not, how to say, what's the word, fortunate enough. Not fortunate enough to can survive with just doing painting. Yeah. So I'm not complaining if I still have to work and do painting. I mean, for a person like me, I can survive that way. Maybe in the future, one day, because I wish that I could just survive with painting. Yep. But that is like, it's
passion,
so hard.
Hard to pay with.
It's so hard in Malaysia. I mean, there's artists that can do that. I mean, I respect those people, but I noticed that a lot of young artists are struggling. Yep. And they have to work different jobs. And then they ask me like, do you think it's a good idea if you just be a full-time artist, but I don't have a collectors and I don't have people to buy? I think you just work. Yeah. There's no complaint, work. And if you're stressed about your work, go back and painting, release those stress. That's what I did.
Okay. This is a real question. Yeah. If I want to start painting, right, what do I need? Aside from a canvas, some paint.
Yeah.
So, brush. So that's what I need, right?
It can start with doesn't have to be canvas, Right. It can be habuk, It can be a dust.
Okay.
You anything.
Collect dust and then
dust.
Right,
or maybe
okay,
things that you
right.
like. What do you like? For example, okay, I ask you this basic
I like
question.
music lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Music. Okay, what do you like? The things that you like. Okay. Now, okay, we like music as an art. The things that you like?
Food.
Okay, food. Okay, cool.
Right.
And is there any objects in your house that you like to pull?
My plants.
Okay, plants. Cool. And because the question is about, can you do paintings, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have music, we have plants, and then we have food. So what's your favorite food?
Well, it's a tough one, man. But if I have to eat something for life, I think it'll be lasagna, man.
Could be lasagna. Yeah, you can make an art about lasagna. Lasagna and plants and blast the music and play.
That's a good idea. No, actually, because things like
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times, right, when people who are good at something, I think the hardest part is actually starting. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Like really picking up the brush or picking up the pencil and just start doing it. Do you find yourself sometimes like that? Like, you know, some days you just feel like you know what you want to do. You know, I want to draw this landscape or whatever it is, right? But you just don't have the energy to pick up the pencil. Have you ever feel like that?
I feel that many times.
So what do you do to get out of it?
Every day.
What do you do to get out of it?
I push myself.
Right.
What I did was, I watched a couple of episodes of Naruto. Play some Kingdom Hearts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a weeb, huh? You should have weeb, huh? Very nice.
Yeah, play Kingdom Hearts. Anything that I like. Maybe not too long, 1 hour. Okay, get the inspiration from visuals. Whatever I see on the things that I like to see, get those inspiration, and then when they say something motivating, that's the time. Off the video game, off the TV, start working.
This is a good point, actually. Yeah. I think I'm quite similar in that sense.
Like Naruto teach me a lot about Kakashi.
Actually, animes, they teach you a lot of good values.
Yeah, the good values, good quotes from Kakashi.
Like Slam Dunk is all about like hard work. It's all about hard work, dedication and stuff like that.
Naruto is all about teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork. Yeah. Teamwork and also not giving up lah.
Yeah, not giving up, and then it's about being respected. Like how he worked his ass to be respected. Like Naruto. So I'm like, I like those message.
Yeah, actually, honestly, I feel like anime. I love anime.
Yeah.
Like I watch a lot of anime, like a lot. So
and then
what have you watched recently?
Recently, what anime? I watched One Punch Man lah. Because people say it's really good.
It's funny lah.
But I don't know. Not really my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's a very simple anime.
Yeah.
Essentially, just a guy who literally kills everything with one punch, right?
Yeah.
It's just like that lah.
It's like same like Naruto, but I like Naruto more.
It's better story, right?
It's better story. It's just sometimes it's too dragging lah. Too much emotions. But the whole message is nice.
Yep.
Give values.
Were you sad though when it ended?
Not really.
Not really. Do you watch Boruto?
Boruto?
Yeah, like basically Naruto's son.
Oh, I haven't watched the end yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
You should totally.
So right now I stuck at Naruto and Sasuke fighting
each other.
It's like 121 episodes.
So you're watching the Naruto as a kid, right?
I watched back the old Naruto because I used to watch that, and then like something disturbed me along the way because I have to pursue my studies. So then after that I stopped Naruto. Then
you have Netflix now or not?
Yeah, got Netflix has until season 9, right?
Netflix has the older version also, meaning after he grew up also got. So he grew up already, then it's Boruto. So it's like
cool. Until the end.
Yeah, man.
That's why.
Yeah. So I think this Bleach also is okay at first.
It's okay. I like Full Metal Alchemist.
That's the best way. Hands down the best anime. I swear that anime is so sad way.
Like Edward.
That is like one of the saddest
because
anime
I
ever.
noticed like all these anime, they always represent themselves, like the hero. If you notice, like Naruto, like Edward, they like the misunderstood, the outcasts, and like they have special talent, but no one noticed them. It's always like the same build up. But I like it. They have like different style. But
I really like the storyline. The
storyline is cool.
Yeah. Just the only thing is, I don't know why they show a white man lah. It's actually white people.
But it's funny, like I get a lot of inspiration from video games lah. But for me, I never regret playing video games. I never regret playing Final Fantasy.
Which Final Fantasy did you like remember playing?
Like the recent I played was the remake.
The
Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, the PS4. You play on PlayStation?
Yeah.
What? I haven't get to play that, But honestly, Final Fantasy 7 is probably my favorite Final Fantasy.
It is the best, but it's episodic.
Yeah, but this one is they want to make your money, right?
Yeah.
I think you gotta buy again, right?
Have to wait for PS5.
But then again, it's quite different. This time around, it's like a super different.
It's superb. The gameplay.
Like you can time travel.
Yeah. So I think these things, because I know like the technology is so changgih, right? The AI. I mean, video games like cartoons nowadays, animations are going crazy and crazy, and fine art is all about manual work. But it doesn't mean that I should stop doing digital.
Yep.
So yeah, I love.
That's
how I get my inspiration.
Would you be interested in like game design or something like that?
I don't mind, but for now I'm working on building a gallery. But it's not done yet. It's like a 3D gallery, so it's like still practicing.
Like a 3D, digital 3D lah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So you're upskilling lah, basically.
But just this is my studies, learning.
Right. So you're learning yourself, or you're like learning from someone?
From someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you took a course,
Yeah.
So how often is this course like?
And not course, learning from someone who learned by themselves also.
So you're just learning from them.
Yeah, learning from them, and then, it's trying to build something. Like learning a lot from YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is the best place to learn. Everything I know from YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't think school taught me anything I know today, aside from how to manage my money. But then, other than that, I think YouTube is the best resource ever. Yeah, I mean, I do agree, man. Like, even for me, like, I wasn't into creative work. When I started, I was a copywriter. Then I came here. Then I ended up being a videographer. Like, just one day, I just picked up a camera and we just start shooting stuff, and I started learning. And after, I just really enjoyed doing it. So I'm like, okay, I stop writing. I just focus on this because I want to get better at this, So it's, like, I mean, I think creative work is, in a sense, is much more enjoyable than your office work, because you get to do things differently every time.
Very true.
Right.
For me, how to cope being normal.
What, a cope being normal? No, but I really like that, artists or people who are in the creative industry, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a personality, and everybody's very different. But there's this one thing about them that makes them unique. You get what I mean? Like, if you look at this person, they might be quiet and stuff, but there's a certain trait about them that makes them who they are.
Yeah.
And I feel like most artists have that, lah. Maybe in your sense, is like, like you said, like you're quirky in your own way, but it's not a bad thing. Just that people don't know how to understand it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when I talk to you, I feel like you're really normal like anyone else. But that's because I'm surrounded by, similar people as well.
Yeah, maybe because we're in the same circle.
Yeah.
We are all, this circle are the weird circle.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like, I don't think we're weird. I just think they are weird.
Special. Yeah.
I think they are weird because they don't. The thing is, it could be them not. We are just being honest with our feelings.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they're not being honest with their feelings. Maybe that's what I think, like, because how is it that I'm the one with the problem? Why is it not you? Right? Maybe you should think about it, lah. Maybe it's you with the problem. I got no problem myself because I feel like I'm super comfortable being weird and just being fun and just do whatever you want to do. Just express yourself in the ways that you like, right? So 2020 is gonna come to an end in like 4 months. It's pretty damn fast, What is your goal by the end of the year?
Finish. Make sure that this event came through.
This October one,
This October one.
So where will it be? Cannot reveal.
I cannot reveal yet.
Reveal,
have to wait.
But in Kerala?
It's in Kerala.
Big or not, the place?
The place is beautiful. It's nature.
Nature? Is it in the city, or is it like?
No, it's in nature.
Where is the nature? We just stay where lah? The area lah. Jannah baik ke?
Cannot. No surprise what.
But will it be a ticketed event or what?
Yeah, ticketing event because it's a curated event and curate with the performer, and then there's a poet. There's a poet, and they do a script for the whole thing. We have a videographer doing shooting towards the entire event. So far that's the plan.
Hey, please let me know where it is.
Yeah, of course. And I really hope 2020 these things happen, because my purpose to do this is to spread love lah. Right. Basically, the message is it's all about the consciousness of art in Malaysia, because I noticed even growing up in an environment where there's not many people who appreciate arts.
Yep.
Like that's how I experienced my life so far. So I realized I really want to do this to at least my family, like make my family appreciate and understand the value of art. It's not just about painting. It's all about appreciating the simple things that is art, like see things as art. Everything has meaning, because for me art is the meaning. That thing has something, has a meaning. So I think a lot of people are just, not really
exposed to it. I think it's true, because
I think not really exposed something different. So that's why I think it's more like educating. Educating, but it's a different kind of educating people.
No, because if you think about it, when you're in primary school, right, or kindergarten, when you go to art class, right, they don't really teach you how to draw, right? They just give you a pencil, you just draw whatever you want to draw. which I feel like it's quite bad. It's good that maybe in the early days, like, you know, maybe I'm like primary 1, primary 2, you can draw whatever you want. But as you grow older, because like, I think a lot of us, like, I didn't know that I enjoy drawing much later in my life, which is when I, you know, start tracing comics, start learning how to draw characters, right? That's when I actually like, oh shit, I actually like doing this. In school, I never got to learn any of that. From like primary 1 to form 5, no such thing as like proper art class. You know, there's no like teach how to draw a face, no such thing, which I feel like is kind of dumb. What is the art class for, right? Because when we go to the art exam, they ask you to draw like ants. I'm like, bro, ants, man. Like, it's not even challenging, you know. You're not even trying to like think bigger. So I feel like really education itself in Malaysia is kind of limiting that whole exposure to art. Because I feel like if you start teaching people young, you might have a lot of like young artists now already. Because,
I think,
you know, they develop a skill earlier.
To teach about to have the empathy towards the student about art. Not many school teach that, I guess. So, but for me, like my experience, I love arts. So even
as a young kid, also
as a young kid, even my teacher, they don't know how to draw, but they still teach art. I still draw. I mean, I don't care. I still draw and make them happy. But they're satisfied with it. So far, I don't have any teacher who doesn't like my work.
That's good.
Like, because I'm always like, I love dealing with teacher who doesn't know how to draw. No, not like saying they don't know how to draw. It's just like, I mean, I don't know why you're teaching us this if you know you can't draw.
Right.
But I like to make them happy and give like a portrait.
Makes them feel good also. Like, oh shit, I'm doing something good, right?
I mean, good job.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But I think these things, that's why the purpose of this event is like a different way of educating. It's not really like teaching. It's more like open up your eyes and see things. Like see the whole event, the whole performance, and maybe you can get something after that.
Yeah. No, it's a very spiritual thing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, art is very interesting.
What we did was spiritual. Like what this event is like, it's spiritual. I don't know, I find it spiritual. To spread like a good message. Right. And make people feel being the nature and appreciate both art and nature, and then realize something in the end.
I mean, I think a lot of people don't really understand what spiritual means as well. Right? I think spiritual for me, it means something to be basically in touch with your own feelings or your own self, right? Like being really in touch with yourself, which I think a lot of people don't understand. Actually, a lot of people don't know how to relate it to art. Maybe like I relate it to music easily. You know, when I listen to certain music, I zen out. I just, you know, I calm down. But you know, for some people, it's like you draw to feel this way, or you know, just expose yourself to the clouds and you feel this way, lah. Like, I think a lot of people don't really understand how it is when it comes to art. That's why a lot of people don't come, because they don't know what to do, right? But I feel like, I mean, like you said, you know, maybe have a proper way of educating them. Like, you come here, okay, let me tell you how to enjoy yourself here.
Because like when you force someone to draw an ants, not all want to draw. But this one is not even forcing you. It's more like, if you feel like you want to learn something, gain something, you should just come and my door is always open. Anytime, just ask me. You know, like, you know, I mean,
I'm gonna kacau you, right? Kacau you, teach me how to draw, man. But this event, are you gonna leave some of your work there as well?
My role there is
art curator,
like more like art director, and I do paint. I do a workshop, but it's more like painting with me. So it's not really like,
so you're teaching people to paint together with you.
It's not teaching people. It's a performance. It's more like painting together.
Right.
Yeah.
So like how does it work, painting together? Like,
it's
basically everybody has their own canvas. And
I know. They don't need to bring anything. Just bring their own.
Bring yourself.
Okay. And just be there. Even if you have talent, no talent, there's way that can make you paint. It's more like everyone can paint.
Right. So
I want to prove
on the same canvas.
I want to prove that actually everyone can paint.
Right.
That's the whole thing. I want to prove that everyone actually can paint if you believe. So that's the whole what I'm doing for the events.
That's good. Eh? What is the event called?
Anak Alam.
Anak Alam. Okay. So this is by you with how many more people?
The key people.
Yep.
Is the poet and me, the poet, the dancer,
Oh, it's a dancer also.
And then there's like the bubblologists, like doing bubbles and performing with fire. So and like 5 people for like the key people. And then like slowly we're growing and growing.
So you're still looking for more people to come and join.
More people, and I'm hopefully that in the future can gather more artists to collaborate, because I want to collaborate with more people, more talents. I think there's a lot of new talents beside painting. You know, just usually you see like painters collab with painters, or like the same niche collab together. But this is like a different practitioner.
Like 5 different practice collaborate
together and see what happens. You know, and then I think it will be interesting. So we'll start with the phase 1 first. If it's good, then maybe in the future we can do more. But can maybe invite different artists.
Right. So for you, I'm sure you probably have like a lot of people that you want to collaborate with, right? So maybe we start in Malaysia first. Who is the one person in Malaysia that you really want to collaborate with?
In Malaysia?
Yeah, in Malaysia. That you really want to work with?
Jocha.
For real? For real?
Yeah.
For real? Joe, if you're listening to this, man, hit up with. No, we have actually worked with him before, and Brian's very close friends with him also.
Really?
Yeah, so
I think that's my favorite designer.
Oh really? Like fashion designer?
Fashion, I don't know. I don't
or
see.
Or just his art lah, like his concept.
I don't see it as fashion. I see everything is art.
For him is, I think because he's already at a level where it's no longer fashion. It's very like, you know, your high fashion, which is basically not everything that someone would just wear every day, right? It's only like people with certain style or that likes his work will wear it. Like a piece of art, right? You only buy the art if you like it. It's similar to that, and it's a art price.
I think he deserves the price. Deserve it. It deserves that way, because not
interesting.
Many has that mind like him, and he's very brave. I think for me, like I'm not sure, because a lot of people in Malaysia doesn't have that taste, like the same taste what he did. But I think for me, I like it.
You know, he's from Kelantan. Yeah, Kelantan is a super like Malay heavy town, right? Yeah, he's from there.
Humblenya.
Nobody knows it, but he's from there. Like I also didn't know. I found out like.
But even the Anna Abu, the designer,
also from
Kelantan.
Damn, man.
I said right now also the another one that I'm looking forward to collaborate is Alia Bastama. And I'm already doing something with her now.
So Jocha is next up. Do you see Jocha's latest work?
Like I got Alia Bastama in the list.
So who's next? So Jocha is next. Okay, so let's say paint me a picture here, right? So if you were to collaborate with Jocha, what do you have in mind?
Jocha.
Yeah, if let's say you get to work with him.
Fabrics. Work any kind of fabrics. Like, I mean, I'll prefer like working with a prince.
Oh, with a prince.
Yeah, any prince that he wanted, or maybe he likes my drawings. Because I noticed he has a lot of black and white.
Mainly black.
Black, yeah. So I think maybe you can do something with my charcoal drawings or anything. Because I don't know. For me, like I feel like I can call myself a copy artist, a good copy artist. Not like copy their style. More like
adapting to their work.
Adapting to something. Let's say if I learn like this new skill technique from somewhere, so I think easily for me to when I look at it, I think maybe, but I'll change a bit. I change my style. I make it like unique,
your elements in it.
My elements. So I think that is my talent so far lah.
Interesting. Actually, I'm surprised that you come and say Jocha, man, because I didn't expect that at all. Yeah. But interesting. I mean,
it's so funny, right?
I'll deliver him a message.
Not even fine artist.
I really didn't think. I thought it would be like, I don't know, somebody who's involved in like drawing and stuff like that. Yeah. But surprisingly, you said Jocha. I was like, okay, this is a very because honestly, this is something that is probably maybe somebody has done it lah. But I don't think Malaysia anybody's done it yet. Yeah. You should totally pursue this, man. I mean, I'll help you.
To Jocha.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll talk to him. I'll text him or something. I'll ask him to text him or something.
I do like a collab with Alia Bastama. That one is for charity events for women breast cancer. Yep. So doing like t-shirts and also prints on their new fashion.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you tap into a lot, like literally fashion.
But I like fashion. Why not? Why not like you collab with fashion? I think fashion. Because fashion and architecture are
kind of like
the thing, right?
I think the way they work is very similar. The way they break down certain things, the way they put things together is quite similar.
And then like my role model is Virgil Abloh.
Yep.
I know many people love Virgil Abloh, who doesn't? But I think he's a true genius. I mean, in the 21st century.
Like his sort of work is the modern fashion.
It's a modern fashion. I think it's all about the strategy. It's a good strategy. I mean,
but to be honest, it's so simple, right?
Yeah,
and
so
it sells
simple.
so damn well.
He's good at strategizing his art and everything, his concept.
But have you heard the recent thing though that people were calling him out for, like the recent LV look? I can't remember which one, but recently LV has a new collection. So they say he basically took that design from another artist.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, which is when they put the pictures side by side, and that artist did it maybe like many years ago, right? Virgil claims that it's based on one of old LV's collection, but when they put the pictures next to each other, the only thing different is the shape of the clothes and the shape of the glasses, but it's the same. Meaning the glasses round, right? The old one is round, but his one is like just pointy. But the color is the same.
Maybe he make a new version of the old one, right?
No, but that's the thing about art though. Like, okay, so if let's say you got this style of your work, right? So this artist goes on and do something similar to yours. Would you say that it's a copy, or would you say that's inspired? Like for you,
inspired.
So we won't get offended by it, right? So, but
unless they copy my title, same everything,
so if
in my name.
If it's like similar but different, you're okay.
I get that a lot. No, like I there's someone did that, but I didn't even get angry or anything. I think I feel inspired. I feel
flattered,
honored.
Right? Yeah, I feel honored, right?
Yeah.
No, but this thing is, in the fashion world, it's not like that. Right? In fashion world, there's a lot, like local brands, for example, right? A lot of them take inspiration from foreign brands. You know, your Supreme or whatever it is, all these brands from the outside world, outside our country. But when they design it, a lot of people will first say that, you know, you are copying this fella, right? A lot of people always say that. So I don't know why. Maybe because money is involved. That's why it's a big deal when it comes to fashion. Like people taking inspiration from other brands. But in the art world, I don't see it as an issue. If anything, it's like practice, right?
Yeah.
I'm good at something, you're good at something. But it doesn't mean we cannot learn from each other, right?
True.
So at least for me, it's like that. I prefer it that way, because, you know, there's nobody that's like the best. You know, there's always somebody better than you anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, man.
It's okay. It's okay to imitate.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure you're smart at imitating, not stupid.
Exactly. the ones that are stupid is the one that get caught lah, basically.
No, don't be so stupid lah. But
I don't know why though. Why do you think people would want to do something similar to other people?
I think this thing is never ending.
Right.
Never ending cycle.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get like a style that is 100% done by that artist. We somehow we're influenced by our surroundings.
Yes, for sure.
So because I believe that we might take some bits part of what like this creative done, that musician, whatever that you like.
Yep.
I think I don't know how to say, because there's a lot of people done what Yayoi Kusama did, but what makes it different, because Yayoi Kusama started it first.
Yep.
But then, and even though there's many copy artists who try to copy her, people still know her because of the signature.
Yep.
I think the value is the signature. It's not about the style.
Yep.
So I think for people like Yayoi, for people like big artists like Murakami and all those.
Oh, you know all these artists, huh? Very good.
Like Kaos, I think they don't bother with it.
You know,
they don't care because they know they are the best because we started it.
Yep.
You know.
That's true. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So, okay, internationally, right, if you can collaborate with someone, who you want to collaborate with? Like out of the country, not
out
Malaysia.
Out of the country.
Yeah. So, Malaysia, we know you want Jocha. Out of Malaysia, who you want? Virgil?
Oh.
No?
Okay, another Malaysia I want to collaborate is Yuna.
Yuna. Okay. Yuna the singer.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a dream. Because I thought, like, what if she wants me to paint for her music? I mean, for her music video.
I can totally see it though. I actually can feel you might suit that vibe also, actually.
For Yuna?
Yeah, for Yuna, yeah.
I think because why I mentioned her, because she has that international and Malaysia. So I find it she's international.
She is international for sure.
So for international and Malaysia first, I want to collaborate with her. Like do something. Maybe if she wants some poster for her CDs or artwork album or make a video or like illustration, I'm fine.
How would you look for her though?
I can always DM her.
I think you gotta try lah, right? You never know, man.
I don't think it's very professional to do that. I think best is just write an email or.
I don't know, man. For me, I feel like there's the email for sure, right?
Yeah.
I will email her. I will DM her. I will message her everywhere that I can reach her because, I mean, it's like if you get it, it's good.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's still good. Because it's a duo. It's like nothing to lose anyway, right?
Yeah.
So just do it lah. If I'm you, I just do it. Really? Just be shameless about it, man.
Because like Yuna, I think both. I don't know. Maybe I can. I don't know. I just love her. I love her so much. I love the music. I love her.
She's very nice feel
She's very. For me, I see her as like a work. She really works hard, but it doesn't show that she works hard.
Yep.
But I like.
She's very humble.
I think she's very humble. That's why.
Yep, she is.
Yeah. So I want to collaborate with her, and it's an international. I like most international artists' work, but I'm not sure if I want to collaborate.
Right.
Because for me, I want to collaborate a lot with the locals in Malaysia.
You want to build the Malaysia scene, right?
I think that's why I'm here. That's why I'm in Malaysia. That's why I'm still here. Yeah. Maybe that's why.
Well, you thought of moving out, is it?
I thought of moving out, but to collaborate with any brands, maybe brands in
international brand lah.
I think maybe like fashion brand also.
Fashion brand lah.
Maybe like Nike, but that is like too big.
Yeah. No, man.
It's too big.
No such thing, man. Never ever tell yourself that this is too big for you. Look at Virgil. He's not very. I mean, he's a big guy lah.
Yeah.
A big guy, but he's one man lah, and he conquered that industry as well. So like, why can't you, right?
True.
He started off as an architect, right? I mean, of course, he's well connected with like the right people lah. He knows Kanye West and kind of stuff. It helped him with this.
Collaborate with you, maybe Uniqlo.
It's a good start for locally. Yeah. It's a good start because they have done collaborations locally, right? I think with like artists, they do it with like
Tajima.
They did it with the graffiti artist Kenji or something like that. Yeah, Kenji. Yeah, so they did it with that. I'm pretty sure they would. But I think, have you ever tried like designing something just to like hey, let's say to you, this is what I have in mind. Let me know if you're interested.
I tried this one. I did for Alia Bastama. I designed something and then she likes it.
Oh, so you just show her and then she likes it?
Yeah.
There you go. There you have it already. You know the answer. That's how you should do it lah. I think just for you at the end of the day, you're just creating art, right? Yeah. That's your passion. If you create it, if they don't like it, it's okay. You can always give it to someone else, It's not the end of the world. Or just redesign it lah, and then send again lah when you feel good about it. Just keep doing it, man.
And then I used to, I don't know. I love to manifest things because I love, before I did the projects with Air Liftz, the music video, I used to like, oh my god, this dude is so creative. I mean, he's so talented.
Yep.
Like his music sound like overseas. It doesn't sound like
local
music. And I didn't expect that. I got called that, you should do a project, a music video with him. So I was like, okay, cool. I want it because I think for me, I like to make sure whoever I want to collaborate, I have to make sure that I like
working with them first,
I like
right?
working with them and I like their work.
Right.
The first thing, I need to love what they're doing. Because if I'm not interested, I don't think I'm honest.
Yeah, it won't be good work also, right?
So there's many collaboration jobs that I decline because I don't feel, if I'm not honest, what's the point? Yeah, I think that's
fair enough. I mean, again, it's been an hour.
Okay.
And I'm super thankful that you came here today. I'm sorry last week couldn't happen because I had like a shoot. But thank you so much for coming. And of course, I'm really, really glad that we have met. And honestly, your work is good. I've seen your pictures. I've seen your website. Top.
Thank you.
The only thing you need to do is just keep creating art. Like whatever that you said, all these big brands, right? Don't worry. I honestly think you can do it. Okay. No problem. Just believe in yourself, You just gotta believe in yourself. Just gotta be brave. You gotta be brave. It'll be fine, man. Honest. All these people that look for you to collaborate with them, right? I'm sure they already know what you can do. You guys are gonna have self-confidence, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna go very far. You know, this Jocha thing they want to do, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. It's a matter of time.
I don't mind if he wants me to do a setup.
No,
for
don't say that he wants you. Don't say that. You know,
he will.
He will want you. You know, basically he wants you for your work, right? It's gonna come to you. Like it's gonna try. You know, like sometimes if you don't even try asking, you won't even know, right?
Yeah.
Because for all you know, they might want someone like you, just that they don't know where to find.
Yeah, true.
Right. So you know, just hit up the people you know. Hit up Yuna, hit up Jocha, hit up all these people. I'll try to help you with Jocha. I'll talk to you. I'll send him a message and let him know what plans you have in mind.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. At the end of the day, we're all Malaysians.
I've always wanted to do a fashion show for him.
Well, it could be soon.
Set up his own runway, make it make it
have
his
all these
style.
ideas in your head. You know, just envision it lah. Yeah. Sell it to him like, bro, this is what I want to do for you. You know, this is what we can do together. Why not?
Can.
You never know, man. Like if it comes true, you better come and thank me. If it doesn't, it's okay. Try again.
Okay.
It's always another chance to try again. It's not like he's gonna like ignore you one time, then he's gonna forget you. What? Give him a reason to remember you lah. You know, I think I am confident you can do it lah. Coming from a guy, I mean, if I'm confident you believe. Really.
I believe.
I feel like the only problem with like creatives in general is the self-confidence.
The doubt.
Yeah, because you know that this is good, but your worry is, do they think it's good?
Yeah.
Most of the time it should be, I should think it's good. It doesn't matter what you think. Because if you don't put it out, you won't even ever know it's good or not, right? If you just do it and just hang in my room, I'm not going to show the world this. I got more to lose than actually showing it. Because if I show it, at least I can improve, right? You gotta be. I think you gotta be accepting that some people will not like it, lah. You know, you can't please the entire world, lah, right? And at the end of the day, I feel like you just do the work, lah. Just do it. You know, just do it and then just put it out. Whatever happens, we decide later, lah. But at least you know that I've done my part for myself. I show the world my work, and then we see where it goes from there, lah. Right? And you've done that, and your portfolio is very strong, It's very long, so
very long.
Experience is good.
But I haven't update.
You see? Update so your experience is there already. You just need to let people, just go out and find different ways of collaborating with people, you know. Like you already know, like I started off with painting, but now I go on doing music videos. You know, I want to do fashion shows. Like there's all the things that you can do. The possibility is so big, right? So just for me, the one thing I'll tell you is just do it, lah. Think less, do more. Just do. Yeah, just do. Because you know what you need to do already.
Yep.
It's just whether or not you want to do it or not.
I just do.
Yeah.
But if I say no, it means no.
Yeah, obviously you know what makes you feel good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, with that said, this is Sofia Haron.
Hello.
And if you guys want to look for her, you guys can hit her up on Instagram, Sofia Haron, SOFIA HARUN. And this is Cool Story Bro. I'm Yim and I'm your host. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming. Also, please, when is your event in October?
Anak Alam.
Yeah, Anak Alam.
It's on 10th of October at...
Cannot say.
I think meeting at Zoo Negara.
Okay,
meeting at Zoo Negara.
Meeting at Zoo Negara.
And there's someone's gonna pick them up
bring them in.
and bring them in to the
Damn,
place.
that sounds fun, mate. That sounds fun. 10 October, guys. Just meet at Zoo Negara. More information will come soon. If there is the information out before, by the time this video is out, I'll put it up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Peace out.
Bye.
你想去邊度？
我想出去買雞飯。